Islam Makhachev's close friend and longtime teammate Josh Thompson just spoke up. And let's just say, he's not buying into the idea that Islam will retire right after grabbing a second title. A lot of fans think that if Islam beats Jack Della Maddalena and becomes a two-division champ, he might just walk away at the top. But Josh, he's not so sure. He believes Islam will stick around a little longer. Maybe he'll defend that new welterweight belt once, but only if it's a truly worthy opponent. And guess what? A couple of big names are already being thrown around. One is Kamaru Usman, the former welterweight king. Usman has hinted before that he'd love to fight Islam, and stylistically, that matchup is wild. Two elite wrestlers, both championship material. It's the kind of fight that builds legacies. Another huge name? Shavkat Rakhmonov. This undefeated beast from Kazakhstan is climbing the ranks fast. People love him, especially in the Caucasus region, and a face-off between him and Islam would be massive. Two calm, scary fighters, both with knockout power and unreal technique. If that fight ever happens, it'll shake the whole MMA world.
He'll defend it one time. And I think it'll depend. I also believe that if it's going to be probably like a Shavkat, I think it'll maybe be a Sean Brady. If Sean Brady gets past, who's Sean Brady? Ian Gary is. They're talking that they're scheduled to fight next. Is Sean Brady and Ian Gary? So if he gets past him, yeah. I think if it ends up being like an Ian Gary, I don't know if he'll do it. I think he'll just probably be like, okay, I'm good. You know, I think he wants to fight guys that want to fight, not guys that run around. And so, like, Sean Brady will come forward and bring the fight. Shavkat will come forward and bring the fight. You know, outside of that, I mean, if it's Kamaru Usman, Kamaru said that he would fight Islam, so that kind of threw me off a little bit. But I mean, like, you know, they'll talk about it. They can make a lot of money. That might be a fight to have too. At 34 years old though, like, he understands that the time is coming. You know, and I think that he's somebody that also doesn't want to take a bad loss and be like, all right, look, I'm done. Yeah. Like, he wants to just be able to kind of...
Now let's talk about Paddy Pimblett. We all know he's proud of repping his British roots, but even for him there are limits when it comes to loyalty, especially when Jon Jones is involved, with Tom Aspinall about to face Jon Jones in a massive title unification showdown. Paddy got asked who he's backing. Of course, he's cheering for Aspinall. That's his guy. But when it comes to making a real bet, Paddy just can't pick against Jon Jones. He said he believes Tom has a chance. He might land something clean and pull off a stunning win. But when you grow up watching Jones absolutely destroy everyone, it's hard to bet against that. Paddy said what impresses him most is how smart Jon is, the way he plans and performs. He's like a genius in the cage. And yeah, some fans back home might be annoyed, but for Paddy, when you're talking about a legend like Jon Jones, even your countryman gets second place. It's hard to disagree, honestly. Tom is incredible, no doubt, but Jon Jones has beaten everyone they've thrown at him.
I can't pick it. I love Aspinall, lad, he's my mate and that, but I can never pick against Jon Jones. We've never seen him get beat. I think now if anyone's going to beat him, it is Aspinall. Aspinall could just knock him out and come out with his hands and knock him clean out, but I've never picked against Jon Jones. I've been watching Jon Jones since he became champ when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Since I started watching UFC in like 2009, 2010. I've been watching Jon Jones ever since then, before he won the belt. I can remember watching the fight live when he got disqualified for the 12-6 elbows. That's how long I've been watching Jon Jones. And it's just the way he game plans. He finds a way to beat someone, and he works on that exact thing and how to beat them.
And now here comes the big headline. Jon Jones is in Dagestan. And nope, this isn't just a quick media stop. According to multiple Russian MMA sources, Jon is there to train with Islam Makhachev and Khabib Nurmagomedov. Right now, Jon is in Russia filming the Russian version of The Ultimate Fighter alongside none other than Nate Diaz. But people are talking about Jon for way more than just the show. He was caught on camera acting drunk, got into some kind of altercation, and let's just say he's making waves. But heading to Dagestan? That seems like a smart move. Years ago, Jon visited the same region. He went to gyms, gave seminars, and trained with young fighters. But this time, it's totally different. Now, he's set to link up with two of the most legendary fighters in the world, Islam and Khabib. The news came from Rustem Kebalov, Jon's old training buddy from the Jackson Wink days, and a proud Dagestani himself. The same sponsors that brought Jon over years ago are believed to be behind this trip too. And guess what? We might be getting some training footage between Jon and Team Makhachev very soon. If that happens, MMA fans everywhere will go wild. In an interview with Russian channel Vestnik MMA, Rustam said this: "Jones is already flying over here. We expect him shortly. As you know, we're good friends, and for a long time we've talked about him visiting Dagestan again to train with the boys. The time has come." When asked if Islam or Khabib will be joining Jon in training, Rustam replied, "Of course. Everybody will be here." Can you even imagine Jon Jones sparring with Islam and Khabib? That's a dream team. Meanwhile, Chael Sonnen had something to say about Paddy Pimblett's next steps. After Paddy's brutal TKO win over Michael Chandler, he's not just basking in the glory, he's already thinking about his next moves. And he's aiming big. First, Paddy wants Justin Gaethje. That's the war he's hoping for. A fight that will push Paddy to his limits, testing his toughness, heart, and chin like never before. But that's not all. Paddy's also thinking ahead to a title fight, maybe against Ilia Topuria. But he's not ignoring Arman Tsarukyan either. Paddy and Arman have already gone back and forth with some spicy words, and Paddy says he's ready to settle that inside the octagon. Now just picture it, Paddy versus Ilia for the lightweight title. Two European stars, huge fan bases, totally different vibes. Ilia is calm and calculated, Paddy is wild and unpredictable. Their fight would be pure chaos, and the hype would be out of control. And let's not overlook the Gaethje fight either. Justin's leg kicks, those scary power punches, and non-stop aggression going up against Paddy's grappling, scrambling, and insane self-confidence. That's straight-up fight of the year material. Whoever Paddy ends up fighting, whether it's Ilia, Justin, or Arman, one thing is crystal clear: Paddy Pimblett is locked in, super dangerous, and creeping closer and closer to the very top.
Then he would fight Justin Gaethje, and then he would fight Ilia Topuria. Now, Ilia Topuria versus Paddy is one of the truest grudges that we have in our sport right now. And some of you might not have known about it, and the rest of you might have forgot about it. But that B-roll and footage exists. Every bit as much as Masvidal and Leon exists, Ilia and Paddy exists. Okay, great. But how do we get there? And one thing that Paddy said about his career, he said, "I'll fight Gaethje and then I'll go and I'll deal with Charles," was it? But he had a different idea. If Ilia won. If Ilia wins and that's the big grudge match, move Gaethje out of the side, he's ready for the title right now. Paddy called for a fight against an Armenian helmet. The Armenian helmet has said, "I will fight you." Paddy has now come up with a different plan that doesn't involve.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.